Yo, what is up, guys? It's Phantom here today, and today I want to talk about video games. More importantly, fighting games, and how I don't know, this year and last year it feels kind of like a fighting game renaissance. Now, there's been a lot of positives in the fighting game community, or at least video game wise, and I want to talk about just a few of them, just a few of the very good positive things that have happened. Oh, I'll talk about one that happened this month, this year, so far. Because again, really, like I'd say, we're 7 days into the month. Well, into the month of January, and we're 7 days into the year, and already, and I think this happened last year, December, when Grand Blue came out. Grand Blue Rising, offering a free-to-play model and upgrading and improving so much on the original. Now, here's the thing: a lot of fighting games I feel like should offer a free-to-play model for you to try out the game, but Grand Blue was like, alright, we understand that last time you heard from us, we weren't doing so hot, and they decided, you know what, we'll give you time to actually try out our game. And sorry, I'm kind of doing a lot of things while I'm talking about this, but they're offering you a rotating roster of characters, only 3 though. They're offering you in full online mode, and they're offering you, like, even you try out the DLC characters. And I was like, yeah, this is how you draw people in, is with the free-to-play model. And how you do it the best way is by, like, no incentive and giving you characters you actually want to play and try. And of course you can get the game, and the game is only $50, which is $20 less than a normal AAA title. And I feel like, yeah, Grand Blue, they was winning with that. That was a smart idea on their hands, and I love that. Like, more games can implement that in there. There's no battle pass, no nothing, because as soon as you buy the game, you have the game. Of course, you get your DLC, but other than that, yeah. So yeah, I give Grand Blue props. Another thing is that another anime fighter is getting a sequel, which is Under Night, which is getting them, like, vast improvements over the original. And the original is already a great game. If you haven't played Under Night, I suggest you get on that, because Under Night is such a great game, and it's getting a sequel. I'm already kind of hyped, and they're treating this game kind of like an upgrade. And yeah, I feel like this one is showing that the Under Night series does have a lot of longevity, and I can't wait to play it. Now, again, I don't have a lot to say on it because I'm still very new to that series. But now, back to stuff that, really got me, is that Tekken 8 is happening. It is fucking happening this year, and it's doing such numbers already. It let us try out the game, and I feel like more games get a demo so we can try it out. Street Fighter did it, Mortal Kombat didn't do it. They gave us a beta, but kind of wish they did, and I kind of wish that there was more content. I'll get into that later. But Tekken 8, man, from what I've seen and what I played, this game is probably going to be top fighting game of the year. It's going to win fighting game of the year, because I don't think a lot of people are going to really be able to compete with it. And yeah, I'm loving Tekken. I'm loving to see what it does, and I can't wait to see it. But moving on to last year. Last year was the start of the renaissance for me, because I could tell, I was like, yeah, fighting games are getting back up there. Like, we had Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 had a lot to prove. And the reason why is because Street Fighter 5, while it wasn't an awful game, it was a great game for what it was. A lot of people got, like, me, for instance, as much as I like that game, I'll admit that I cannot play it again. That game is not that great compared to Street Fighter 6 and even Street Fighter 4 and 3. Like, they catered to esports, and it didn't go well, and it showed that, like, yeah, they tried something that didn't work. But Street Fighter 6 brought back casual fans, it brought back fans of the series, and it brought in new fans, and it brought it into a unique way, and it moved on from what it used to be, but it also paid homage to the legend characters. They didn't do the legacy characters dirty. Every character felt bright and new, and it was awesome. And I feel like Street Fighter 6 revolutionized fighting games, or at least revolutionized the genre that Street Fighter was in. Because Street Fighter is in a very unique place where it's one of the grandfather of fighting games. It and Mortal Kombat and Tekken had things to prove. In Virtual Fighter, even though we probably won't see Virtual Fighter for a while. And it proved it, like, this is why I'm one of the ones on top. But other than that, like, yeah, it vastly improved on where we're going. Because honestly, Street Fighter 5 felt like a death sentence. Like, a lot of people did not like that game. And as much as I liked it, I see where people were coming from. The microtransaction, and they're kind of following suit with the microtransaction issue with Street Fighter 6, because all the collab skins cost you damn near $70 to get. It costs you as much as the game to get for like collab skins and collab pieces, which is why I would be excited about the Spy X Family crossover if it didn't cost me an arm and a leg to get. But no, that's a minor problem because it's like a cosmetic. So cosmetic you can always ignore. It just won't have it, like it's whatever. But yeah, Street Fighter 6 vastly improved on gameplay, on netcode, on everything else. Then there's Mortal Kombat 1. Now, I have a lot of mixed feelings on Mortal Kombat. People know this. I am both that game's biggest supporter and biggest hater. Because even I'll admit there's a lot of things I don't like. I thought I would like the cameo mode, but not really. But I get it. I get where NetherRealm is going. They're trying out new things, and we have to learn to be like, okay, well, if it don't work, then just don't put it in the next game. The input delay in this game is pretty bad. But other than that, combat is pretty smooth for when it wants to work. The story mode, it has people with a lot of mixed feelings, but I personally liked it. It felt adventure-y, it felt fun. Graphics, you can't tell me that's not a beautiful looking Mortal Kombat game. You might not like the art style or the art direction, but you can't ignore that the graphics look fan-fucking-tastic for that game. And there's a lot, there's so much stuff going on with it. And there's rumors, my final thing I want to talk about, rumors of Virtual Fighter coming back. And I feel like Virtual Fighter is a staple in the 3D genre for fighting. Because without Virtual Fighter, we wouldn't have a lot of the 3D fighters we have. Yeah, remember, Virtual Fighter was the first one to come out with a full 3D fighter. And yeah, if you look at the first one, it's pretty dated. But then you look at like Virtual Fighter 5 and Virtual Fighter Final Showdown and the free-to-play one. And those are great games. I just wish they got more love, but those are great games. And I feel like if Sega, if they announced those other games that came out, like the Jet Set Radio game coming back, and you know, Golden Axe, and Streets of Rage, and Crazy Taxi, Virtual Fighter or Virtual Cop gotta be one of those coming out next, because we haven't seen those games in a while. But I feel like we're in a renaissance of fighting games. We're in where every fighting game is coming out is decent or good, and there's something for everybody. For like, even like anime fighters with arena fighters and stuff, with the Hunter x Hunter game, that looks great. And we don't even know what kind of fighting game is it. Like, it's either going to be a Marvel style fighting game or a Clash of Ninja type of fighting game. But I don't think they're going to give us a Storm game with Hunter x Hunter characters. This wouldn't make sense. Like, again, there's stuff for everyone. For anime fighters, y'all have Under Night, y'all have Grand Blue, y'all have a bunch of stuff coming out. For like traditional fighters, we got Street Fighter 6 doing numbers. Mortal Kombat, which is doing numbers. For Tekken, which is a 3D fighter, doing numbers. Not just that, but we're having other anime fighters such as Dragon Ball Z Sparking is coming out. But you guys already know I'm super hyped for that game. I'm extremely hyped. I've been waiting for a fighting game or a Dragon Ball game in general like this. So yeah, we're in a renaissance, and I'm happy to be in it. I'm happy to see where it goes. I'm happy that developers are, you know, looking and like, okay, let's go back to the roots of what made people like the series in the first place. But yeah, those are my. Oh, and I forgot, Guilty Gear's tag team update is happening, and expansion is happening. So yeah, that's also a big thing. But yeah, those are just a few things I wanted to talk about today. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And that was a fucking train.